Hello everybody, welcome to Israel's Church of Living God. I'm Brother Rodney and Brother Rob will be reading today. We'll be doing a lesson today entitled Respect. Automatically given or earned? Respect. Automatically given or earned? Now, I could go a little bit deep into this and without getting personal, but if I go a little deep in this, then I would be getting personal. So I'm going to leave my personal matters out of this. Okay? Because I've had some trying times for the last few weeks of dealing with my grown kids. Amen. And so without getting too personal, I'm going to leave that alone for right now. Only thing I'm going to say about that is like the scriptures say, respect your elders, and you'll be all right when it comes to that topic. But so the name of the lesson is respect automatically given or earned. Now some people think that a person has to earn their respect, and that's okay, because sometimes and in some cases people do have to earn your respect. But if you just meeting a person, they haven't done anything wrong to you, that should be a mutual thing. Respect should be a mutual thing. You understand? Until that person does something wrong to me, I don't have no reason not to respect that person. And that person does not have to earn my respect, because I'm going to automatically give it to them because that should be a mutual thing.
Amen.
Let's go to Genesis, the 4th chapter. Genesis, the 4th chapter, because God himself showed respect. God himself did. Let's go to Genesis, the 4th chapter, and we're going to pick it up in verse 1. Genesis 4 and 1. If God can show respect unto a person, then I don't have no problem showing it. You haven't done anything to me or rubbed me the wrong way, then I don't have no problem with showing you respect. You shouldn't have any problem showing me some respect.
Amen.
We had Genesis 4 and 1. Genesis 4 and 1. Go ahead and read it.
Before we get started, I'd like to say Happy Sabbath to everyone.
Happy Sabbath.
All right, Rob. Happy Sabbath.
My psalm was Psalms 55, chapter 55, 1 through 17.
All right.
Okay. Genesis 4 and 1. And Adam knew Eve, his wife, and she conceived and bare Cain, and said, I have gotten a man from the Lord.
Uh-huh.
And she again bare his brother Abel. And Abel was a keeper of sheep, but Cain was a tiller of the ground. And in process of time it came to pass that Cain brought of the fruit of the ground an offering unto the Lord.
Now, so Cain brought the fruit of an offering unto the Lord. Didn't say whether it was good or whether it was bad or nothing, but obviously it wasn't a good offering, because look what happened. Go ahead and read. Verse 4.
And Abel, he also brought of the firstlings of his flock, and of the fat thereof. And the Lord had respect unto Abel and to his offering.
Now look, so Abel brought an offering to the Lord. He said it's the firstling of his flock and the fat thereof. So he brought the Lord the best. And so the Lord had respect unto his offering. Go ahead and read.
But unto Cain and to his offering he had not respect.
Uh-oh. To Cain and his offering he had not respect. So Cain just came and offered something up to the Lord, instead of, like his brother did, offer the best to the Lord. So God had respect unto Abel and his offering, but unto Cain he had not respect. Go ahead and read.
And Cain was very wroth, and his countenance fell.
Now, that's God's doing. Nobody can tell God how he's supposed to treat his creation, who he's supposed to respect and who he's not supposed to respect. That's God. Does everybody understand? Because his ways are not our ways, and our thoughts are not his thoughts.
Amen.
So today we're not really dealing with God. I'm just showing you that God respects people. And if God can respect people, we can too. Now let's go to 2 Chronicles, the 19th chapter, 2 Chronicles 19. And we're going to pick it up in verse 1. 2 Chronicles 19 and 1. Go ahead and read. When you get it, go ahead and read. 2 Chronicles 19 and 1. Go ahead.
And Jehoshaphat, the king of Judah, returned unto his house in peace to Jerusalem. And Yahu, the son of Hananiah, the seer, went out to meet him, and said to the king Jehoshaphat, shouldest thou help the ungodly?
Now he asked you, said, shouldest thou help the ungodly? Go ahead and read.
And love them that hate the Lord?
And love them that hate the Lord? Go ahead and read.
Therefore is wrath upon thee from before the Lord.
He said, wrath is coming upon thee from the Lord, because you loving the Lord's enemies. You helping the Lord's enemies. Go ahead and read.
Nevertheless, there are good things found in thee.
He said, but you know what? There's some good things that have been found in you. Go ahead and read.
And that thou hast taken away the groves out of the land, and hast prepared thine heart to seek God.
See, you prepared your heart to seek God. Although you were helping God or love God's enemies, he said, but there's been some good things found in you. Your heart is seeking after God. Go ahead and read. Skip to verse 6. Skip to verse 6. Go ahead.
And said to the judges, take heed what ye do, for ye judge not for man,
Go ahead.
but for the Lord, who is with you in the judgment.
Go ahead.
Wherefore now let the fear of the Lord be upon you. Take heed and do it, for there is no iniquity with the Lord our God.
See, there's no iniquity with the Lord our God. So God, if he has respect unto a person, or if he doesn't have respect for a person, that's up to him. But there's no iniquity with our God. Go ahead, finish that.
No respect of person, nor taking of gift.
He said, nor is it respect of person. You don't like this person over this person. Because this guy is poor and this guy is rich. God is not a respecter of persons. And neither should we be. Let's go to Acts the 10th chapter, Acts 10. Acts 10, and we're going to pick it up at verse 31. Acts 10 and 31. God is not a respecter of person. Neither should we be. You won't disrespect a person because of their color. Or you won't disrespect a person or don't like a person because they're poor and you got some money. But that's not godly. A person should automatically, we're going to read the Bible, and then you tell me. But I think, right now, I think a person should automatically receive your respect. If they haven't done anything to you, why do I have to earn your respect? Why do I have to earn your respect? Me and you haven't had no confrontations. We've been, I met you, you met me. We've always been cool. We should respect each other. I mean, that's how grown folks supposed to do. We had Acts 10 and 31. Acts 10 and 31. Go ahead and read it.
And said Cornelius, thy prayers is heard, and thine alms are had in remembrance in the sight of God.
Now this Cornelius right here came to Peter, and because Peter was hungry on the housetop and everything, and then, the Lord says, send these men to go see Cornelius. Send Cornelius to go see Peter, rather. And so Cornelius came to Peter. And so now they're having a conversation now. Go ahead and read.
Send therefore to Joppa, and call hither Simon, whose surname is Peter. He is lodged in the house of one Simon, a tanner, by the seaside, who when he cometh shall speak unto thee.
Go ahead.
Immediately therefore I sent to thee, and thou hast well done that thou art come. Now therefore are we all here present before God, to hear all things that are commanded thee of God.
Go ahead.
And Peter opened his mouth and said, of a truth, I perceive that God is no respecter of persons.
See, God is no respecter of person. He doesn't choose this person over that person, this person over that person. But look at who he chooses. Go ahead and read.
But in every nation, he that feareth him and worketh righteousness is accepted with him.
Woo! He that feareth and worketh righteousness is accepted with him. That's the ones that God have accepted, the ones that walk in righteousness. But us, as people, we don't know who walking in righteousness and who not walking in righteousness. I'm not with nobody 24 hours but myself. You're not with nobody 24 hours but yourself. So I can't come and judge you just because of the way you look and feel I can disrespect you or don't have to give you no respect because I think you less than I am. Let's go now. Let's go to Proverbs, the 28th chapter. Proverbs 28th chapter, and we're going to pick it up at verse 21. Proverbs 28 and 21. Proverbs 28 and 21. Anybody got it? Amen. Glad to see everybody come out today. I know we are supposed to acknowledge the people out of town, but I will be acknowledging you at the end of this lesson. We have Proverbs 28 and 21. Go ahead and read. I guess this lesson is a little touchy to me, and I just got started in it. We go ahead.
To have respect of person is not good.
See, to have respect of persons, it is not good. That is not good for you to have respect of persons. Go ahead and read.
For a piece of bread that man will transgress.
For a piece of bread, a man, he will transgress. Go ahead and read.
He that hasteneth to be rich hath an evil eye, and considereth not the poverty shall come upon him. See, because the Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away. He maketh the rich and then he maketh the poor. Right? Amen. Go ahead and read. He that rebuketh a man afterwards shall find more favor than he that flattereth with the tongue. Whoso robbeth his father or his mother, and say, it is no transgression, the same as the companion of a destroyer. Do you see what that person just did? They robbed their mother and father. They said, I didn't do nothing wrong. I didn't sin. I didn't transgress. He said, but he is a companion of a destroyer. Verse 25. Go ahead. He that is of a proud heart stirreth up strife. But he that putteth his trust in the Lord shall be made fat. Now he said, look, he that robbeth his mother, his father and his mother, and said, it is no transgression, the same as companion of a destroyer. Now let's just deal with the mother and father for a minute. Because you know, that's where your home training, that's where your training starts at home, right? That's where you're taught to have some respect. You know, some people say, well, you know, mom and daddy should automatically get respect. Yeah, they should. Mom and daddy should automatically, and mom and daddy should teach their children respect too. Because that's where it starts. Because don't nobody love you like mom and daddy. You go out in the streets and disrespect me. I remember my older cousin. He was in his 60s. I was in my early, mid-20s. He said, Rod, man, he said, you're not going to live long if you go around disrespecting men. You're not going to live long. And I remember that. And that's when I came to my sister, hey, man, I can't be running around the streets doing this and doing that. I got to respect people. Leviticus 19, I don't want to make this too personal. Leviticus 19, and we're going to pick it up at verse 1. Leviticus 19 and 1. Because we're going to deal with the parents first. Because that's where it starts at home. And now that right there, that's automatic for sure. Because I remember, you know, we talked to our parents the way these kids talking now to parents, we'd have got our heads knocked off. Amen. You know, I wouldn't be standing right here. Amen. But I thank God for mama whooping my behind when she did, because I was a good child, though. Leviticus 19. Leviticus 19 and 1. Leviticus 19 and 1. Go ahead and read it. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto all the congregation of the children of Israel, and say unto them, Ye shall be holy, for I the Lord your God am holy. Go ahead. Ye shall fear every man his mother and his father. Stop right there. You see that?
He said, because this is a law right here. Honor thy mother and thy father, right? That's a law. But he said right here, ye shall fear every man. It didn't say every child. It said every man, his mother and his father. Which means no matter how grown you get, you're supposed to have some fear towards your mother and your father. I don't care how old you get.
Yeah.
And your child is supposed to respect you. I don't care how old they are. Especially if they come back to your house.
Right.
Amen. Now I don't want to get too personal. Because we help our kids. They fall down on their blessings. They out there doing stuff they shouldn't be, and so we try to help them. But then you come into my house, this is the way things are right now at my house. And if you can't do this, then you got to go. Amen.
Well said. Amen.
I don't want to get too personal. Read that verse 3 again. Read that verse 3 again.
Ye shall fear every man his mother and his father, and keep my Sabbaths. I am the Lord.
Now he said, fear every man his mother and his father. Every man. He said every child, did it? Every man. So look, no matter how old you get, you're supposed to have a certain amount of fear towards your mother and towards your father. Let's go to Proverbs. Proverbs the 30th chapter. Proverbs the 30th chapter. And we're going to pick it up in verse 11. Proverbs 30 and 11. Proverbs 30 and verse 11. We need some more of our younger people here today.
Amen. Amen.
Because this is a lesson not only for them, but for me as well. I am 53 years old, and I don't say no cuss words around my mother. If mama say do something, I say, okay, mama, I might not do it later. I might do it, but then again, I might not. She ain't gonna know till I'm out of her sight. I better not say too much. She listening. But I understand. I got to respect my mama all my days and all hers.
Amen.
Proverbs 30 and 11, Proverbs 30 and 11. Go ahead and read it.
There is a generation that curses their father, and doeth not bless their mother.
Don't you know that's still going on today? That's all what happened to the generations that's under us. Cursing their mama and cursing their father and everything. And I do know what happened though. The law, that's what happened. The government, that's what happened. And then they wonder why our children run around in the streets like they are, saying and doing all, getting on the bus and everything. You got older people on there. The young man and the young ladies don't get up for them to sit down. And then on the bus, talking all crazy and stuff, cussing and stuff. This person is 60, 70 years old. Here you are cussing in front of them. Like you ain't got no home training. Go ahead and read, brother. What verse you at?
12.
Go ahead.
There is a generation that are pure in their own eyes.
See, pure in their own eyes. It's the me generation. It's all about me. Skip everybody to say and do what I want to do. It's all about me. But no, it's not all about you. It's all about the Lord. That's who it's about.
Amen.
There's a generation that curses father and does not bless their mother. There's a generation that are pure in their own eyes.
And yet is not washed from their filthiness.
Go ahead.
There is a generation, oh, how lofty are their eyes.
How lofty are their eyes,
And their eyelids are lifted up.
See, they, proud. Most times when I was young, we be looking, mama started talking, and we down, we got our eyes like this. Now the children, they looking right at you and talking crazy to you.
Yeah.
I remember them days, man. Mama be talking up, yes, mama. Head down. But now kids don't have respect for their elders. You know why? Because we had a lot of us put that rod of correction on their behinds and put some fear in them. Then they get on the phone and my mama did this. Look, my daddy did. Here come the police knocking at your door now. They the ones who mess things up with us. The law is. Now they can't deal with them. Go ahead and read, brother. Go ahead. What verse you at?
14.
Uh-huh.
There is a generation whose teeth are as swords,
Uh-huh.
and their jaw teeth as knives.
See, they say all type of stuff out of their mouth. They don't care who around. Grown people, older people, elder people, they don't care who around. Read that one more time.
There is a generation whose teeth are as swords,
Uh-huh.
and their jaw teeth as knives,
Go ahead.
to devour the poor from off the earth,
Uh-huh.
and the needy from among them.
Now, let's go to Exodus, the 20th chapter. Exodus, the 20th chapter. Exodus 20. Exodus 20, and we're going to pick it up at verse 1. Exodus 20 and 1. And for you younger mothers and you younger fathers, start teaching your children to respect their elders. And most of all, you put that rod of correction on their behinds so they respect you.
Amen.
Don't let your kids stand up and talk crazy in you in your house.
Right.
And the old ones neither, the grown ones neither. Because they were so grown that they'd be out on their own and with their own families. And not in me and mom. Well, anyway. We in Exodus 20 and 1. Exodus 20 and 1. Go ahead and read it.
And God spake all these words, saying,
Uh-huh.
I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
Uh-huh.
Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
Thou shalt have no other gods before me. But skip down to verse 12. What did that say? Verse 12, what does it say?
Honor thy father and thy mother,
Uh-huh.
that all thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee.
You see that? He said, honor thy father and mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee. So if you don't honor your mother and your father, are your days going to be long? There's many humps in the ground from young men and young women that have disrespected their mothers and their fathers. And I know some. They have disrespected their mothers and fathers, and now they are no longer here with us. I know some that was old, and I know some that was young, disrespecting their parents, and then the Lord took them. This is a serious thing, man, when you disrespecting and dishonoring your mother and your father that brought you into this world. Let's go now. Let's go to Ephesians, the 6th chapter, Ephesians 6. I ain't going to hold y'all long today. Ephesians 6, and we're going to pick it up at verse 1. Ephesians 6 and 1. Ephesians 6 and 1. Go ahead and read it.
Children, obey your parents in the Lord.
See, that's what we need to start teaching our children, especially you. I know some of us older people, we're not in that in the baby business making no more. We're not doing that no more. But for you young parents, teach your children to obey. You know, they start looking at their friends and listening to their friends, how their friends talk to their mama. They want to come home and bring it to you, and you stop them right in their tracks.
Right.
I remember when I had to be about 5 years old, me and Tyrone was arguing. Oh, y'all want to argue all night? Okay, y'all go sit out in the hallway and y'all go argue. We was standing on Cottage Grove. I had to be about 3-4 years old. Y'all want to go argue in my house? Okay, I told y'all to stop. Y'all want to stop? Okay, go on outside. Instead of sitting in the hallway and argue. We standing out there. That's right. Knock on mama. We ain't going to argue no more. Okay. Don't be arguing up in my house. Go ahead and read. What verse you at?
6 and 1.
Go ahead.
Children, obey your parents in the Lord,
Uh-huh.
for this is right.
It is right. Go ahead.
Honor thy father and mother,
Uh-huh.
which is the first commandment with promise.
This is the first commandment with promise. Because he said, honor your mother and your father that their days may be long upon the earth, right? Amen. This is the first commandment with promise. Verse 3, go ahead.
That it may be well with thee,
Uh-huh.
and thou mayest live long on the earth.
Because see, when you disobey your mother and your father, your days will not be long upon the earth. Your days would, first of all, mama gonna knock you out, daddy gonna knock you out, then the Lord gonna knock you out. And put you out. Go ahead and read.
And ye fathers, provoke not your children to wrath, but bring them up in a nature and admonition of the Lord.
Admonition of, so you know, and their fathers, don't always pick on your children and provoke them to anger all the time. You nurture them. Because some fathers do that. They go out and get drunk, then come back, they want to pick on the kids. Kids ain't doing nothing, having a little fun every day. They want to pick on their children. So he said, look, and ye fathers, provoke not your children to wrath, but bring them up in the nurture and the admonition of the Lord. Teach your children the ways of the Lord. That's what we need to do. You young parents, you all need to listen today. Let's go now. Let's go to 1 Timothy, because I'm throwing this in here. 1 Timothy 5 and 1. 1 Timothy 5 and 1. 1 Timothy 5 and 1. Because you know, usually I'm in a good mood, especially on the Sabbath, right? Sabbath night, but I've been disturbed. I've been disturbed. My whole night and day so far has been off. I've been disturbed. Grown folks. I'm telling you, boy, you got grown folks in your house, you better lay down the law to them and stick to it. Because if you don't, you're going to pay. Amen. I'm a living witness. 1 Timothy 5 and 1. 1 Timothy 5 and 1. Go ahead and read it.
Rebuke not an elder, but entreat him as a father.
You younger people, don't rebuke no elder. Don't go back talking crazy to no elder. You treat them just like you treat your father. You don't talk crazy to your father, you don't go back to no elders talk crazy to them.
That's right.
Go ahead and read.
And the younger men as brethren.
And you treat, see, if our young people learn this, there would be no whole bunch of shootings on the streets and all that stuff. You treat your brother as brethren. Because the young people in this generation, young people, they have lost their mind. They just shoot people. They don't shoot baby. They can't even shoot a gun. Just shoot people at random. Rebuke not an elder, but entreat him as a father, and the younger men as brethren.
The elder women as mothers. The younger as sisters.
Go ahead.
With all purity.
See, he said you treat the elders women as mothers. And so when you on the bus somewhere or you around older or elder people, you give them that respect. Not that you don't punk or you don't push over, because a lot of people think, well, I'm a punk if I don't do this and I don't do it. No, you're not. You are a good person. You respect your elders. Women, especially you around older women, you respect them. Give them that honor. Yeah, I'm 53 years old. I see a woman, I give her respect and her honor. I don't care how old she is.
Amen.
Go ahead and read. What verse you at?
3.
Uh-huh.
Honor widows that are widows indeed.
Uh-huh.
For if any widow have children or nephews, let them learn first to show pity at home,
Uh-huh.
and to requite their parents.
Uh-huh.
For that is good and acceptable before God.
See, it is good and acceptable before God when you learn how to respect your elders and respect your parents. That is good before God. It is good for you too, that your days may be long upon the earth. Let's go to 1 Peter, the 5th chapter. 1 Peter 5. 1 Peter 5, and we're going to pick it up at verse 5. 1 Peter 5 and 5. See, our parents, they taught us respect. They taught us respect our elders. I remember me and my younger brother, there's a guy next door, the older man next door to us. We running around, we heard his tomatoes and stuff in his yard. We about 9 and 10 years old. I got a brother just younger than me. We 9, 10 years old. We heard he got tomatoes in his yard. We're going to go get some. go over this yard. Bow, bow, bow. He ain't shooting us. He was just shooting in the air. You should have seen us getting up out there. And we did not go back in his garden no more neither. We learned to respect his garden. And then when our friends come around, heard Mr. Jones got his tomatoes. You better leave Mr. Jones' tomatoes alone. And stay out of his garden. Because Mr. Jones don't play. So now you won't respect him, right?
Amen.
We had 1 Peter 5, and we're going to pick it up at verse 5. 1 Peter 5 and 5. Go ahead and read it.
Likewise, ye younger, submit yourselves unto the elders.
See, submit yourself unto your elders. You understand? You're not no chump or nothing like that. You just showing respect. That's all it is. Submit yourself unto your elders. Your elders tell you to do something, go ahead and do it. 9 times out of 10, your elder is not going to tell you to do nothing wrong.
That's right. Amen.
Especially not on purpose. He's not going to tell you, they not, your mother, your father, they love you. They're not going to tell you to do nothing wrong or tell you nothing wrong.
Preach.
So you elders, submit yourself to, you younger, submit yourself to your elders. Go ahead and read.
Yea, all of you be subject one to another, and be clothed with humility.
Be clothed with humility. Be clothed with it. You know, like you put your clothes on every day, be clothed with humility. Go ahead and finish that.
For God resisteth the proud, and give grace to the humble.
Ooh. He resisteth the proud, and he gives grace to the humble. Now, let's go now. Let's go to Matthew, the 22nd chapter. Matthew, 22nd chapter. And we're going to pick it up at verse 34. Matthew 22 and 34. Because these, you know, dealing with your mother and your father, these are the commandments. Dealing with your neighbor, these are commandments. Matthew 22, and we're going to pick up at verse 34. Matthew 22 and 34. Go ahead and read it.
But when the Pharisees had heard that he had put the Sadducees to silence, they were gathered together. Then one of them, which was a lawyer, asked him a question, tempting him, and saying, Master, which is the greatest commandment in the law? Jesus said unto him, Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. This is the first and great commandment.
Go ahead.
And the second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
Oh, he said the second one is like unto it. Because you're supposed to love the Lord your God with all thy heart, with all thy soul, with all thy mind. And he said the second one is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. So if I love my neighbor as myself, I respect myself, right? So I'm supposed to respect my neighbor then, right? He ain't got to earn it. I just give it to him automatically, and he's supposed to reciprocate that to me. It's supposed to be a mutual thing.
Amen.
I'm talking about grown folk stuff today.
Amen.
That's what we talking about, grown folk stuff. Read that verse again.
And 38.
Yes.
This is the first and great commandment.
Uh-huh.
And the second is like unto it.
Uh-huh.
Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
Uh-huh.
On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets.
On these two hang all the law and all the prophets. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind, and love your neighbor as yourself. Now, let's go now. Let's go to Leviticus, the 19th chapter. Leviticus 19. Back to Leviticus, the 19th chapter. And we're going to pick it up at verse 32. Leviticus 19 and 32. Yes, 32. Then we're going to come back. 19 and 32. Go ahead and read it.
Thou shalt rise up before the hoary head and honor the face of the old man.
Stop right there. You see that? Thou shalt rise up before the hoary head. So if you got somebody that you on a bus or you got an old person to come on there, what you supposed to do?
Respect.
You're supposed to get up and let that old person sit down.
Amen.
You're supposed to show that old person some respect, some honor. You understand?
Amen.
Now, they earned that. Just by them being here, they earned that. Now, if you want to talk about a person that earned respect, they earned that.
He sure did.
Just by them being here. Boy, I know I'm wiser than you. More wise, not you. I'm just saying, boy, I'm wiser than you just by my age being here. And you should honor me and respect me just by my age. Because I've been here longer than you. And I earned that.
Amen.
Now, we want to talk about earning some respect. Yeah, that person there, they earned their respect. They earned that. And you should give it to them.
Great.
Go ahead, brother.
Thou shalt rise up before the hoary head and honor the face of the old man. And fear thy God.
Go ahead.
I am the Lord.
Now, when you do this, then you are showing some fear, not only or respect towards a man or the hoary head, you are showing fear towards God.
Amen.
Let's back up. Let's back up. Let's back up to verse 9. Verse 9. Leviticus 19 and 9. Because look at what they did when it came to, we just want to throw this in here, what they did when it came to the poor. Because you know, some people respect people that got money, they respect them more than respect the poor. Well, see, you don't know what happened to that person that's poor. You don't know what happened to him. And then you don't know how long this person going to have some money either.
Great. Great.
If he like me, his money is up and down, up and down. Living from check to check.
Right.
So we're going to pick it up. Look, I'm just showing you something. Look at how the poor was treated. But some people want to treat the poor like they ain't nothing. Don't give them no respect at all. But then you let a person come here that's got some money with some nice clothes on, diamond rings and everything. Now you want to show him some respect. We're in Leviticus 19 and 9. Leviticus 19 and 9. Go ahead and read it. Now this is what the Lord had commanded the people to do. Leviticus 19 and 9. Go ahead and read it.
And when ye reap the harvest of your land, thou shalt not wholly reap the corners of thy field, neither shalt thou gather the gleanings of thy harvest.
Go ahead.
And thou shalt not glean thy vineyard, neither shalt thou gather every grape of thy vineyard. Thou shalt leave them for the poor and stranger.
Oh.
I am the Lord your God.
See, because that's how it was in Israel when we was in our country. You know, when you harvest your land, your grapes and all that stuff, you would leave some for the poor. And when you did that, you were showing respect to the poor as well as to the stranger. You wouldn't tell him, well, I ain't leaving him nothing, man. He ain't working and everything. He ain't getting nothing from me. The Lord didn't tell you to do it that way. He told you, look, he didn't say nothing about how they got poor or none of that. Right. He just said, look, we're going to take care of the poor. So when y'all harvest y'all land, then you know, leave some. When you harvest your grapes, leave some. Your vineyard, leave some. You got some corn, leave some. Because Israel, it was like a welfare service. Not only did they take care of the poor, they took care of the widows too. The stranger as well. Go ahead and read. What verse you at?
11. You shall not steal, neither deal falsely, neither lie one to another.
Go ahead.
And you shall not swear by my name falsely, neither shall thou profane the name of thy God. I am the Lord.
See, when you do these things, you show respect to people. They didn't say, you know, if they earn your respect, then, you know, love thy neighbor as thyself, or you shall not swear by my name falsely. And he didn't say that. He said, this is what I want you to do. Ye shall not steal, neither deal falsely, neither lie one to another. And that should come automatically with a person. You don't have to earn my respect for me to do that to you or give you that honor. Go ahead and read. What verse you at?
13. Thou shalt not defraud thy neighbor, neither rob him.
Go ahead.
The wages of him that are hired shall not abide with thee all night until the morning.
Now, you know, some of our bosses need to hear this. We supposed to get paid the same day. But he said, look, thou shalt not defraud thy neighbor. Right? You know, don't go on there trying to cheat him. In other words, you show him respect. You give him whatever you do, you give it to him. Thou shalt not defraud thy neighbor, neither rob him. You wait till he go and everything, and then go in his house, breaking his house and everything. Then when he come home, oh yeah, I saw the guys when they broke in your house. Meantime, he the one who done it. Because some people will do that. They see, you know, how well you living because the Lord hath blessed you, right? And so instead of them going out and working and doing like they supposed to do, they covet your stuff.
Amen.
They covet what you got. Thou shalt not defraud thy neighbor, neither rob him. The ways of him that is hired shall not abide with thee all night until the morning. So you employers, you all supposed to pay people, your employees, the same day. Let's go now. Skip to verse 15. Skip to verse 15. Go ahead and read.
He shall do no unrighteousness in judgment.
Thou
shalt not respect the person of the poor.
See, thou shalt not respect the persons of the poor. You know, this guy poor, so, you know, I'm not going to show him much respect. I just show him a little respect. But the guy that got some money and everything and prestige, I'm going to show him much respect. But God say, thou shalt not respect the person of the poor,
nor honor the person of the mighty.
See, you want to honor the person of the mighty. You want to show him respect. But the poor people, the poor, you don't want to show them no respect, no honor. Go ahead and read.
But in righteousness shalt thou judge thy neighbor. Thou shalt not go up and down as a talebearer among the people.
You know, we need to hear this right here. Telling folks business all the time. That's disrespectful. Somebody come to you and tell you something, and you know, look, man, you know, we always say, man, look, keep this to yourself. This is between me and you. Right? Next thing you know, everybody know about it. He going to tell Mary, telling your business. He or she, because you know men do that too. It's not just women, men do it too. They run off telling folks, Bill, tell Mary. Go ahead and read.
Neither shalt thou stand against the blood of thy neighbor. I am the Lord.
Go ahead.
Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor, and not suffer sin upon him.
He said, thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart. You know how people get into it? And he said, man, well, look, man, y'all friends, man. Y'all shouldn't be fighting each other and everything. All right, I'm sorry. But in your mind, say, yeah, I'm going to get him now. Shaking his hand and saying, yep, I'm going to get him. And that's why the Lord said, because the Lord knows us. He said, forgive him in your heart, in your mind. Forgive him in your mind. Don't be saying, when you forgive somebody, you forgive your friend and your neighbor, you forgive them. That's it. Go ahead and read.
18. Thou shalt not avenge, nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people. But thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
I am the Lord.
You give yourself automatically. Once you get older, you start taking care of yourself. You respect yourself, right? You get older, that's how you're supposed to do with your neighbor. Till they do, if they do something wrong, then I'm not saying don't put yourself out there like that. But it will continue to do you wrong or disrespect you. I'm not saying that. But as long as the person has shown you respect and shown you honor, you show that respect and you show that honor. That should be a mutual thing. Does anybody understand what I'm saying? Yes. Because sometimes people take your kindness for weakness and then you got to do like this. Feed them with a long-handled spoon. I still respect you, but I respect you from a distance. Because you can't get too close to me. Let's go now. Let's go to James. Let's go to James because James told you about this. Let's go to James, the 2nd chapter. James 2, and we're going to pick it up at 1. James 2 and 1. You know, these are some of the things that we need to look at. We need to look at these things. It ain't just about us keeping the law and everything, but it's learning to respect each other as well. James 2 And we're going to pick it up at verse 1. James 2 and 1. And like I said earlier, I don't know what happened to the generation that's up under us. Not all of them, but a lot of them have lost their minds. They have lost their minds. They think because you let them come back, your grown children, you let them come back in their house, that's their house. They can do and say what they want. Not here. Not here. Now, if you're respectful and everything, then everything will be all right. Look, son or daughter, I'll help you out. Get on your feet, and then you go about your business.
Amen.
Because this is me and mama's time. Y'all grown. I'm already raised y'all. This is me and mama's time.
Amen.
James 2 and 1. James 2 and 1. Go ahead and read it.
My brethren, have not the faith of our Lord Jesus Christ, the Lord of glory, with respect of persons.
See, he said, my brother, have not the faith of our Lord Jesus Christ, the Lord of glory, with respect of persons. See, you can't have respect of persons and then honor the faith and be a part of the faith. Go ahead and read.
For if there come unto your assembly a man with a gold ring and goodly apparel,
Go ahead.
and there come also a poor man in vile raiment, and ye have respect to him with weary and gay clothing.
See, the man, he got the good clothes on. He's sharp and everything. He look like he got money. So you got respect unto him. Go ahead and read.
And say unto him, sit thou here in a good place.
See, come sit up here with me. Come sit in a good place. You understand? We can't have you sitting down there with the poor people. Come on up here. Go ahead and read.
And say to the poor, stand thou there.
Go ahead.
Or sit here under my footstool.
See, you poor, that's where the poor people go down there. See, the wealthier people, they go over here, and then the poor people, they over there. See? So the Lord said, now, James telling you, by the mouth of the Lord, you shall not have respect of person. You can't respect the people that's got money, and then the people that don't have money, then you want to treat them bad. I see it all the time. People outside, and then now you can't trust them now because some young lady just got shot trying to give somebody some money. So now you can't even trust them now. But you don't ride by talking about, I ain't giving you nothing, man. You should have kept your job, or, you should go get your job. You don't know, that person could have had a job, and then he lost his job, and then lost everything. And I'm going to do a lesson coming up here real soon and show you some things that's going on in America right now that the Lord had written in the scriptures. But go ahead and read, Rob.
4. Are ye not then partial in yourselves?
See, you partial yourself. You being, what do you call it? Not racist, but what's that other word? What's that? Bigot? No, not bigot. I can't think of the word right now. But anyway, you showing favor towards the rich people and saying that the poor people are nothing. Biased. That's the word. Thank you, sister. You're being biased. This guy got some money, so I'm going to treat him this way. Hopefully I get some. This guy ain't got no money, so skip him. Are you not then partial in yourselves and are become judges of evil thoughts? You see what God calls this? Evil thoughts. Because you're supposed to treat everybody the same.
Amen.
You're supposed to treat everybody the same. Go ahead and read.
5.
Because I can guarantee you, that rich person that you treat that way, I bet she ain't going to treat you that way. He ain't going to treat you that way. He's going to treat you just like you treat that poor person. That's how he's going to treat you.
Amen.
Go ahead and read.
5. Hearken, my beloved brethren, hath not God chosen the poor out of this world?
He chose the rich out of this world. Did you say that? Have not God chosen the poor of this world,
rich in faith,
and
heirs to the kingdom,
to be heirs to the kingdom. Look at that. You know, I used to say sometime, man, I sure wish I was rich. But now that I think about it, Too many snares. Just get what's convenient. Too many snares. I get rich now, they say, who's the Lord?
Right.
I don't know him.
Right.
Be like the rich people now. That's what they say. Who is the Lord? I've done this on my own. Lord didn't have nothing to do with this. So he said, God have chosen the poor of this world, rich in faith, and heirs of the kingdom, which he hath promised to them that love him. So he hath chosen the poor and rich in faith to be heirs of the kingdom. And I want you to know I'm a poor man. I'm a poor man. And rich in faith, because I got faith in this God right here.
Amen.
I done heard all the other religions. Over my lifetime, I've heard the other religions and everything. I got faith in this God right here. The God of Israel.
Amen. Amen.
Go ahead and read, brother.
Ye have despised the poor.
Uh-huh.
Do not rich men oppress you?
See that? Because the rich man, he ain't going to treat you no better than you treat that poor person. Read that one more time.
But ye have despised the poor.
Uh-huh.
Do not rich men oppress you?
Go ahead.
And draw you before the judgment seats?
Uh-huh.
Do not they blaspheme that worthy name by which ye are called?
Go ahead.
If ye fulfill the royal law according to the scriptures, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
If you fulfill the royal law according to the scriptures, why are we going back to the scriptures and we all the way over here in James? And he talking about the law. All the way over here in James. We're almost at the end of the book. He said, if you fulfill the royal law according to the scriptures, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. You do well. You do well. And so my neighbor, he come out his door, hey, how you doing? I'm okay this morning, how are you? That's it. I don't have to sit down and have lunch with him or, or have dinner with him and all that stuff. I can just be cordial to him, respect him, he respect me, and we get along just fine.
Amen.
He don't have to earn my respect, I'm going to give it to him. If he does something wrong according to him, I'm going to go back and tell him, look, man, you did this and you did that. He's going to say, okay, and we're going to be cordial to each other. I won't do it no more, and so on and so forth. And we're going to continue to respect each other because that's the way it's supposed to be. That's the way it's supposed to be. Go ahead and read.
But if ye have respect of person, ye commit sin.
Oh, wait a minute. You see what you're doing if you have respect of persons? You commit sin. And you know ain't no sinner going to get into the kingdom. Go ahead and read.
And are convinced of the law as transgressors.
And are convinced of the law as a transgressor. Let's go to Acts the 20th chapter. Acts 20. Acts the 20th chapter. And we're going to pick it up in verse 35. I want you to know something. Acts 20 and 35. Acts 20 and 35. Go ahead and read it.
I have showed you all things, how that so laboring ye ought to support the weak.
See that? He said, in laboring, you ought to support the weak. Some people get down on their blessings and everything, and you got to help them out.
Amen.
There's nothing wrong with that. You might get down on your blessings one day, and somebody might have to help you out. Because it has happened to us all. But go ahead and read.
And to remember the words of the Lord Jesus,
Uh-huh.
how he said, it is more blessed to give than to receive.
Ooh. It is more blessed to give than to receive. Because if you got to give, if you giving it all the time, the Lord has truly blessed you.
Amen.
It is more blessed to give than to receive. So give. Give. Don't neglect the poor. You know, I'm not going to say every time I see somebody stand on the corner, I give them. But most of the time I see people stand on the corner, I give them $1 or $2. Whatever I can afford to give them. And I keep it moving. I don't ask, look, man, don't take my money going out spending it on alcohol and doing this. But I don't care. Whatever you do with it, that's going to be between you and the Lord. I'm just going to do my part. And that's what we need to do. We need, as servants of God, we need to do our part. Let's not be respecter of persons. If we can help somebody, let's help them. Does everybody understand?
Amen.
It's better, it's more blessed to give than to receive. Because you always giving, boy, the Lord is truly blessing you. I'd rather be on the blessing end. I'd rather give than always have to receive.
Amen.
Let's go to Psalms, the 37th chapter. Psalms 37. Even when it comes to the Lord, a lot of times I don't even want to ask the Lord for something because I don't want to seem like I'm begging. I always said, too, I don't want nobody to take care of me. You young men, you take care of your women, your wives, you take care of them. You take care of your family. You don't let her take care of you. Here you are, you're 30-something years old and your wife taking care of you. You know that would be punishment for me if my wife had to take care of me. I think God is punishing me. You young man, you take care of your wife and your family. The woman is to help me. That don't mean she's supposed to go out there and earn all the money and do all the work. The man's supposed to earn the money and do the work. She is your helpmeet.
Yes, sir.
Let's go to Psalms 37. Psalms 37. And we're going to pick it up at 23. Psalm 37 and 23. Because some of our men got that problem. They think they want women to take care of them. You're a grown man. You should be taking care of yourself and should be saying, baby, do you need anything? What the kids need? That's what you're supposed to be doing. Not, can you give me this so I can pay my car note or do this so I can pay for this? And you're supposed to protect your household too, man. Somebody knocking at your door. It's 9 o'clock at night, dark outside. No, you wait right there, baby. I got this.
Right.
Because that's what a woman, a little food for thought, man, that's what a woman likes, security. She want to know that a man got her. She's safe. I shouldn't be saying this in front of women, but talking to my young men. We're in Psalms 37. Psalms 37, and we're going to pick up at verse 23. Psalms 37 and 23. Go ahead and read.
The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord.
See, the steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord. There's nothing wrong with you being a good man. Taking care of your family. Taking care of your children. You understand? Respecting your loved one, respecting your friends, respecting men. That is a good man. Nothing wrong with being a good man. Somehow, in some way, in this country where we live, it's something wrong with a person being a good man. There's something wrong with it. Even women, they want them a bad boy. Why? What you want a bad boy for? Let me leave that alone. Pick that verse up at 23 again.
The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, and he delighteth in his way.
He delighteth in his way. That's what I'm worried about. The Lord delighting in my way. I ain't worried about what other men think no more.
Amen.
Go ahead and read.
Though he fall, he shall not be utterly cast down. For the Lord upholdeth him with his hand.
See, that's why the Lord orders the steps of a good man. Because he knows when that man falls, then the Lord, he's going to lift him up. He knows that I'm going to lift this man up. And if you're a good man, you should have enough faith in the Lord to know that he's going to lift you up.
Amen.
You should have this faith in you. And if you don't, then you need to grow up to this. You need to grow up to this. We need to become men and women in serving the Lord.
Amen.
Go ahead and read.
I have been young, and now am old. Yet have I not seen the righteous forsaken.
Yet have I not seen the righteous forsaken.
For his seed beggeth bread.
Nor his seed begging bread. Which means if you are a good man, the Lord going to take care of you. You're a good man, you walking in righteousness, the Lord gonna make sure you got what you need. And a lot of times he give you what you want.
Amen.
You understand? Sometimes he give you a little extra too, don't he?
Amen.
The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord. So if you're a good man, the Lord gonna take care of you. Let's go now. Let's go to Romans the 13th chapter. Romans 13. And we're going to pick up at verse 7. Romans 13 and 7. Because we need to understand these things. We know it's not just about keeping the law. You need to learn how to respect people.
That's right.
How to respect your elders. How to give men what they are due. Some men are due honor. Some men are due respect. They have earned it. Like old people, they have earned their respect. And you should respect them just by you being a man and they being a man. Or you being a woman and they being a woman. We have Romans 13 and 7. Romans 13 and 7. Go ahead and read it.
Render therefore to all their dues.
See, render to all their dues.
Tribute to whom tribute is due. Custom to whom custom.
Go ahead.
Fair to whom fair. Honor to whom honor.
Honor to whom honor. Render every man their dues. Whatever they deserve, you give it to them. They deserve your respect, you give it to them. Even if they have earned your respect, you're supposed to give it to them. Read that verse 8. Go ahead.
Owe no man anything, but to love one another. For he hath loved another, hath fulfilled the law.
You see what you're doing? This is true love right here. Oh, no man anything but to love one another. For he that loveth another hath fulfilled the law. If I fulfill the law and I say I love you, I'm not going to go and steal from you. I'm not going to go and covet the things that you got. You know, lusting after the stuff that you got and getting jealous over what you got. You know, I'm not going to be looking at your wife giving her the eye. You understand what I'm saying? He said, owe no man anything but to love one another, for he that loveth another hath fulfilled the law. Let's go now. Let's go now, because, you know, over here they was asking Jesus a question about Caesar and paying him tribute. So now let's see what Jesus said about it. Let's go to Matthew the 22nd chapter. Matthew 22. Because he said, tribute to whom tribute, honor to whom honor. Matthew 22 and 15. Matthew 22 and 15. When you get it, brother, go ahead and read.
Then went the Pharisees and took counsel how they might entangle him in his talk. And they sent out unto him their disciples with the Herodians, saying, Master, we know that thou art true and teachest the way of God in truth. Neither carest thou for any man.
Go ahead.
For thou regardest not the person of men.
See, he said, you know, we know, Lord, that you bring the truth, and neither carest thou for any man, for thou regardest not the persons of men. So the Lord right here, we know that you don't show no respect to persons, in other words. You understand? We know that you don't care if the guy rich, you don't care if he, well, ain't no more middle class. We don't care if you rich, we don't care if you poor. We know that you don't care, because you don't tell them, you don't bring the truth. Go ahead and read.
Tell us therefore, what thinkest thou? Is it lawful to give tribute unto Caesar or not?
Is it lawful to give tribute unto Caesar or not? Apparently they were arguing about this. So, you know, the Lord, he don't care whether you're rich or whether you're poor, if you a king, if you're not a king. So we know he don't tell us the truth. He's non-biased. Tell us therefore, what thinkest thou? Is it lawful to give tribute unto Caesar or not? What did Jesus say? Go ahead.
But Jesus perceived their wickedness and said, Why tempest ye me, ye hypocrites?
Oh, y'all the ones that are hypocrites. You're talking about Caesar, and you're the ones that I should be looking out for. Go ahead and read.
Show me the tribute money. And they brought unto him a penny.
Go ahead.
And he said unto them, Who is this image and superscription? And they said unto him, Caesar.
He said, let's actually look at the penny. Whose inscription is that on that penny? They said Caesar. What did Jesus say?
Then saith he unto them, Render therefore unto Caesar the things which are Caesar's.
Render unto Caesar the things which are Caesar's. Tribute to whom tribute,
And unto God the things that are God.
And unto God the things that are God. So look, if you render unto that man whatever he got coming. You understand? You give Caesar, that's Caesar. Ain't that in the scripture? Okay, well then you give it to him, and then you render unto God what's God's, and render to Caesar what's Caesar's. It's that simple. See how simple the Lord is with them? Tribute unto whom tribute is due. Honor to whom honor is due. Go ahead and read. What verse you at?
22.
Uh-huh.
Then they had heard these words. They marveled.
Go ahead.
And left him and went their way.
Look, they look for what? They must have thought he was going to say, no, don't pay tribute to Caesar. Yeah, I know that's his space on that, but skip him. When they had heard these words, they marveled and left him and went their way. Jesus hit them with something simple. They astonished at him. Let's go now. Let's go to 1 Samuel, the 24th chapter. Because look at what happened with David and with Saul right here. 1 Samuel 24, and Saul was trying to kill David at this time. But David still showed him honor. He still showed him respect. But look at what happened. We have 1 Samuel 24 and 1. 1 Samuel 24 and 1. Go ahead and start reading, Rob.
And it came to pass when Saul was returned from following the Philistines, that it was told him, saying, Behold, David is in the wilderness of En-gedi. Then Saul took 3,000 chosen men out of all Israel, and went to seek David.
Go ahead.
And his men upon the rocks of the wild goats.
See, because he tried to kill David at this time. You know, the women, people loving David, they knew he was going to be the next king. So Saul like, nah, he ain't going to be the next king because I'm going to kill him. Go ahead and read.
And he came to the sheepcotes by the way, where it was a cave. And Saul went into the cave, into the cover of his feet. And David, his men, remained in the sides of the cave. And the men of David said unto him, Behold, the day which the Lord said unto thee, Behold, I will deliver thine enemy into thine hand. And thou mayest do to him as it seemed good unto thee.
Now look, so they in the cave, they in the same cave that that Saul is in. So now Saul, he went to sleep, he don't know what's going on. Right? So now David been like, look, get him. The Lord have delivered him into your hand this day. So kill him. But what did David say? Go ahead. What verse you at?
Middle of 4. Then David arose and cut off the skirt of Saul's privately.
Now look, so he just arose and cut off the part of his skirt. Didn't even harm him. Just cut off part of his skirt. Go ahead.
And it came to pass afterward that David's heart smote him, because he had cut off Saul's skirt. And he said unto his men, The Lord forbid that I should do this thing unto my master.
Look. He's still showing them respect. Still showing them honor. And so he was feeling bad because he had went and cut the skirt of Saul. And Saul took 3,000 men to come to kill David. And David still showing him honor and showing him respect. Even felt bad about cutting part of his skirt. Verse 5, read that again.
And it came to pass afterward that David's heart smote him, because he had cut off Saul's skirt.
Go ahead.
And he said unto his men, The Lord forbid that I should do this thing unto my master. The Lord's anointed.
The Lord's what?
Anointed.
The Lord's anointed. David still showing him reverence. He said, the God forbid that I do this thing to my master, to the Lord's anointed. Go ahead and read.
To stretch forth mine hand against him, seeing he is the anointed of the Lord.
Seeing that he is the anointed of the Lord. Look at the reverence that David is showing to Saul, the respect and the honor he's still giving him even after he's trying to kill him. Skip down to verse 9. Skip to verse 9. Go ahead.
And David said unto Saul, wherefore hearest thou men words, saying, Behold, David seeketh thy hurt.
Now, you know, because David telling Saul, you know, why you listening to your man? They telling you that I'm trying to hurt you. Why you listening to him, Saul? Go ahead and read.
Behold, this day thine eyes have seen how that the Lord hath delivered thee today into mine hand in the cave.
Ooh. Now he's telling them, now look, the Lord delivered you this day. You're going to see it. He delivered you this day into my hand, Saul. Go ahead and read.
And some bade me kill thee, but mine eyes spared thee.
Go ahead.
And I said, I will not put forth mine hand against my Lord, for he is the Lord's anointed.
See, this is what he's telling Saul now. Look, I could have killed you, but my eyes spared, and I said, I'm not going to put my hand against the Lord's anointed. Now, I know Saul had to have a change of heart against David. Because what man has got a mind or a brain? But some men, you should have killed me then, because I'm going to kill you. But Saul was not that type of man. Look at what he said. Go ahead and read.
Moreover, my father, see the skirt of thy robe in my hand.
See, he's still calling him his father, still honoring him. Moreover, my father, see the skirt of thy robe in my hand? Go ahead and read.
For in that I cut off the skirt of thy robe, and killed thee not.
Go ahead.
Know thou that see that there is neither evil nor transgression in my hand, and I have not sinned against thee.
He said, look, here's your skirt right here. I could have killed you. You understand? But that you know that I'm not trying to hurt you or transgress against you. Look at your skirt. I could have killed you. Go ahead and read.
Yet thou huntest my soul to take it.
He said, but look, you hunt my soul down to take it because you listen to other people. And that's food for thought right there. Don't be around here listening to other people. When you got a problem with a man or you got a problem with a woman, that's why the book said when you got a problem with a man or woman, you go and talk to that person and get it straight. And if he don't hear you, then you take it to the elders. And if they still don't hear you, then you treat them like a heathen. So now, David telling Saul, I could have killed you, man. You know, don't be listening to your people telling you not trying to do you hurt. Look, I could have killed you. So what did Saul finally, he woke up now. He woke, I know he seen that skirt. He's probably groggy and stuff. David started talking to him. Look, man, I got your skirt. I could have killed you. What? He woke now. Go ahead and read.
12. The Lord judge between me and thee.
Go ahead.
And the Lord avenge me of thee. But mine hand shall not be upon thee.
Go ahead.
And
skip to verse 16. Skip to verse 16 because this is David telling Saul this now. He said, the Lord judge between me and thee, and the Lord avenge me of thee. But my hand shall not be upon thee. Look, the Lord put you in my hand. I could have killed you, man. But I'm not going to put my hand on you. Verse 19. Go ahead and read. Verse 16. Yes, thank you.
And it came to pass, when David had made an end of speaking these words unto Saul, that Saul said, Is this thy voice, my son David?
Uh-oh, now you done calm down now. You know a man could have killed you if you got any sense, and the Lord delivered him in your hand already. What's to say that the Lord not going to deliver in your hand again? So Saul got some fat on his head. He's like, is that my son David? Go ahead and read.
And Saul lifted up his voice and wept. And he said unto David, Thou art more righteous than I.
Go ahead.
For thou hast rewarded me good, whereas I have rewarded thee evil.
He said, you know, you rewarded me good, and I have rewarded you evil. In other words, you ain't did nothing to me. And I've been doing all this evil against you for nothing. Verse 18, go ahead.
And thou hast showed this day how that thou didst deal well with me. For as much as when the Lord hath delivered me into thine hand, thou killest me not.
Go ahead.
For if a man find his enemy, will he let him go well anyway?
He said, well, look, no. Most men, they find their enemy, they don't kill them. Because I don't want to be looking behind my shoulder for you no more. So he said, and Saul told him, look, if a man find his enemy, would he not kill him? Go ahead and read.
Wherefore the Lord rewarded thee good for that thou hast done unto me this day.
He said, may the Lord bless you and reward you good for what you have done to me this day. Verse 20, go ahead and read.
And now, behold, I know well that thou shalt surely be king, and that the kingdom of Israel shall be established in thine hand.
See, now he understands. Because he was jealous. Jealousy took over him. Envy took over him. They were saying, when David and Saul went out to war, they said David killed the women, especially the women. They ate them all. So they said David, he done killed his 10,000, but Saul killed his 1,000. And so Saul like, wait a minute, I'm the king. What y'all talking about David? I'm going to kill David. But now Saul understands. Now he said, now, behold, I know well that thou surely shalt be king, and that the king and that the kingdom of Israel shall be established in thy hand. So now he got the respect of Saul again. Does everybody understand? Amen. Where Saul was trying to kill him, disrespect him and everything, right? Now he has the respect and honor of Saul. Now, David got the respect and honor of Saul now. Give honor where it's due. Amen. If God lifts somebody up, then God will lift them up. They ain't got nothing to do with you. You don't go and disrespect some person or dislike some person because God has shown them favor. Amen. Let's go now. Let's go to 1 Peter, the 2nd chapter. 1 Peter 2. 1 Peter 2, and we're going to pick it up at verse 13. 1 Peter 2 and 13. 1 Peter 2 and 13. When you get it, brother, go ahead and start reading.
Submit yourselves to every ordinance of man for the Lord's sake.
For what?
For the Lord's sake.
For the Lord's sake. He says, submit yourself to every ordinance of man for the Lord's sake. You understand? You got a boss. Your boss telling you, I need you to do this, I need you to do that. Submit to it. Don't be running around the corner talking about, man, he always want me to do this and do that and everything. That ain't my job. You know how people are? That ain't my job. I ain't going to. Your job is whatever your boss tell you to do. That's what your job is. So you go ahead and submit, do your 8 hours or whatever, and get on out of there. That's all you got. That's all you got to do. Go ahead and read.
Whether it be to the king or supreme.
Whether it be to the king or as supreme. Because that's what David did. He submitted himself to the king, right? Then what did the king do? Turn around, submitted himself to him. You never know what God's going to do, boy. You know, you submit yourself to your boss, one day you might be his boss. Amen. You never know what the Lord's going to do. So therefore, just follow the word of the Lord. Amen. Submit yourself to every ordinance of man for the Lord's sake, whether it be to the king as supreme. Go ahead and read.
Or unto governors, as unto them that are sent by him, for the punishment of evildoers. Because I can guarantee you, let Trump come in here and Obama come in here, because you might have some Trump people, you might have some Obama people. But I can bet you this, if both of them come in here together, you're going to respect both of them. You're going to respect both of them. Let the governor come in here. Whether you like him or vote for him or not, you're going to respect him. Or unto governors, as unto them that are sent by him for punishment of evildoers, and for the praise of them that do well.
Go ahead.
For so is the will of God, that with well-doing ye may put to silence the ignorance of foolish men.
See there, he said, for so is the will of God, that with well-doing ye put to silence the ignorance of foolish men, because ignorant and foolish men go around disrespecting men. Ignorant and foolish men. He the governor. Next thing you know, you hear a guy holler out, you so-and-so this, you so. That's disrespectful. don't disrespect a governor, a president like that. You understand? People that God had put over you, then that God had put them over you. You don't disrespect them. You might go in your house and say, well, I don't like so-and-so this and so-and-so that. He did this and did that. But you don't disrespect that person in their face like that. Does everybody understand?
Amen.
Go ahead and read. What verse you at?
16.
Uh-huh.
As free and not using your liberty for a cloak of maliciousness,
Go ahead.
but as for the servants of God.
Uh-huh.
Honor all men.
Honor some men. Did it say that?
Honor all men.
It said honor all men. Respect all men. They haven't did nothing to you for you to dishonor them or haven't treated you wrong in no way. You honor that person. You respect that person. Honor all men. Uh-huh.
Love the brotherhood.
Go ahead.
Fear God.
Uh-huh.
Honor the king.
Honor the king. Honor the king. Now, he threw a lot in there, didn't he? He said, honor all men. Love the brotherhood. Fear God. Honor the king. Go ahead and read.
Servants, be subject to your masters with all fear.
See, some people look at that as master. Ain't got no master. Well, you see what the book's saying right here, right? It say master, don't it?
Amen.
Go ahead and read that again. Somebody didn't get that.
Servants, be subject to your masters with all fear.
Uh-huh.
Not only to the good
See?
and gentle.
Fear to whom fear is due. Honor to whom honor, fear to whom fear. And sometimes it calls for you to fear a person. Not, oh, I'm scared like this, but fear them enough to do what they ask you to do. And what they tell you to do. Fear them enough to do that. Go ahead and read.
Not only to the good and gentle, but also to the forward.
Now, let's go to 1 Thessalonians 15. Y'all caught that, right? 1 Thessalonians 5. He said, not only to the gentle, but also to the forward. So your boss got a big mouth, you still got to do what he tell you to do.
Amen.
That's supposed to be 1 Thessalonians 5, I believe. 1 Thessalonians 5, and we're going to pick it up in verse 14. 1 Thessalonians 5 and, 14. We ain't got long to go. 1 Thessalonians 5 and 14. Go ahead and read it.
Now we exhort you, brethren, warn them that are unruly, comfort, and unfeeble-minded. Support the weak. Be patient toward all men.
Be patient towards all men. Because a lot of us lack patience with people. Not just with men, but with everybody. We lack patience. So, you know, my saying is, if a person got a bad attitude, then just let them be. You understand? They might be having a bad day. You might have a bad attitude one day. You might be having a bad day. So what I do, I just let them be. A lot of times, person say I'll be on my job. Person say something crazy. I might be mumbling going out there, but I just let them be.
Amen.
That way, I won't lose my job. I ain't got to worry about the broker call me. Nobody call me saying nothing. They'll be saying something. They'll be calling me, talking about, well, you know, that employee been rude to you, and so we just want to apologize to you. Go ahead and read. Verse 15. Go ahead.
See that none render evil for evil.
See, don't render evil for evil.
Unto any man.
Unto any man. Go ahead.
But ever follow that which is good, both among yourselves and to all men.
Now, let's go to James, the second chapter, James 2. And we're going to pick it up at verse 14. James 2 and 14. James 2 and 14. Because you know how, like I said earlier, how some people treat poor people in a certain way. Or people that's less fortunate than yourself, you treat them in a certain way. We're at James 2. Now, I'm talking to the servants of God now, okay? James 2 and 14. James 2 and 14. Go ahead and read it.
What doeth it profit, my brethren, though a man say he hath faith, and hath not works?
Go ahead.
Can faith save him?
Can faith save him? If he's saying he got faith and have no works, can that save him?
No.
Go ahead and read, brother.
If a brother or a sister be naked, destitute of daily food, and one of you say unto them, Depart in peace. Be ye warm and filled.
Go ahead.
Notwithstanding, ye give them not those things which are needful to the body. What doeth it profit?
He said, if one of us come to you and say, if they be ye warm and filled, the brother and sister ain't destitute and naked, and you say, yeah, be ye warm and filled. I'm gonna pray for you now. He said, what have you done? What does that profit that person? The idea is that you're supposed to help the person when they come to you. That's why they coming to you. You're supposed to help them. Not say, I'm going to pray for you now. Be warm and filled. Now, how they going to be warm and filled if you don't give it to them? What is needed? He said, what does it profit? Verse 17, go ahead and read.
Even so faith, if it hath not works, is dead, being alone. Yea, a man may say, thou hast faith, and I have works. Show me thy faith without thy works, and I will show thee my faith by my works.
And that's how you show your faith, by your works.
Amen.
That's how you show it, by your works. Somebody come to you and say, look, man, I need some help, man. And you can help them? Help them. Help them. Let's go now. Let's go to Galatians. I ain't talking about the one that keep coming back, though. Every time you turn around, he's standing on the corner talking about, he got a gas can in his hand talking about, I'm trying to get to Gary, Indiana. You see him yesterday, he was doing that. Then you see him the next day, he doing the same thing. Then the next day, he ain't doing nothing trying to hustle somebody. I ain't talking about them. I'm talking about people that's actually out there that got a sign up talking about, we'll work for food. Let's go now. Let's go to Galatians 6 and 10. Galatians 6 and 10. But you got to be careful of that too now. And see, the person that done that to that young lady like that, and God bless their family, that done that to, they make it worse or bad for the rest of the people. This man, he'll preach or whatever, and his wife handing in a homeless person who they think is a homeless person or poor person some money. What they do, shoot the lady. Or stab her, whatever they done to, killed her. So that makes it bad for the ones who really need the help. Because now you're going to be looking at them sideways now,
Can't trust them.
Can't trust them. Galatians 6 and 10. But that's not all of them, though. That's not all of them. Galatians 6 and 10. Galatians 6 and 10. Go ahead and read it.
As we have therefore opportunity, let us do good unto all men.
Wait a minute. Let us do good unto some men. Did he say that?
To all men.
To all men. So you don't have to earn my respect. I'm going to give it to you. Automatically. And you should reciprocate that to me. As we have opportunity, let us do good to all men.
Especially unto them who are of the household of faith.
Oh, I'm going to help my brothers and sisters with no doubt. I'm going to help my brothers and sisters. Don't be raising your hand. I'm going to help my brothers and sisters in the faith for sure. Let's go now. Let's go to 1 Corinthians 13. 1 Corinthians 13. And we're going to pick it up at verse 1. 1 Corinthians 13 and 1. And as a servant of God, you should have this. We all should have this. 1 Corinthians 13, and we're going to pick it up at verse 1. Go ahead and read it.
Though I speak with the tongues of men and of angels, and have not charity, I am become as sound brass or a tinkling cymbal.
I ain't nothing. You understand? If I don't have charity, if I don't have love, if I don't have compassion and respect towards my fellow man, he said, I'm just like a tingling cymbal and a sounding brass that's not making any music. Just a sound. That's all you're doing, making a sound. Go ahead and read.
And though I have the gift of prophecy and understanding all mysteries.
I understand all prophecy and mystery. What you want to know about the mystery of Christ? You understand? The mystery is that the Gentiles should be brought into faith. I can show it to you. You want to hear some prophecy? Come holler at me. Go ahead and read.
And though I have the gift of prophecy and understanding all mysteries and all knowledge, and though I have all faith, so that I could remove mountains, and have not charity, I am as nothing.
If I don't have charity, I don't have nothing. So I'm going to have love and respect for my fellow man.
Amen.
You understand? Children, have respect and love for and honor your parents and your elders. He said, if I don't have charity, I am nothing. Verse 3, go ahead and read it.
And though I bestow all my goods to feed the poor, and though I give my body to be burned, and have not charity, it is profiting me nothing.
It ain't profiting me nothing. I feed the poor, and though and I give my body to be burned, and have not charity, it profited me nothing. If I don't have love, I don't have nothing. Verse 4.
Charity suffereth long, and is kind.
Go ahead.
Charity envieth not. Charity vultureth not itself. It is not puffed
Now,
up.
I just want to go back for a minute. He said, charity suffereth long. I want to get back to the grown kids for a minute. You know, because some kids, when you put them out, they think, well, he don't love me, and he did this wrong to me and that wrong. Look here, boy, girl. If I did love you, you wouldn't have been in my house in the first place.
Amen.
Right? So now, I suffered long with you, so now it's time for you to go.
Amen.
I done suffered long enough with you. How long do I gotta suffer with your gray head, and me and my wife gotta help each other along? No, it's time for you to get out and get your own. Because I have suffered long with you. And I know a lot of our parents have suffered long with our disrespect. I'm not talking about the ones that's respectful. I'm talking about the disrespectful grown kids. Come in your house, think it's their house. No, boy, girl, it's my house. God gave it to me. And it's time for you to go. So you can get your own, and then when you have your kids, now you can regulate. Because I guarantee you, once the kids get grown and they get old enough and their children get old enough and they got to come back, bam! I remember when I came back to Mama and Daddy's house. They're going to remember that. And they're going to be saying the same thing. Look, this is my house. You understand? And you're going to do what I tell you to do around here, else you got to go. Because I'm just waiting. I hope the Lord let me see it too. I hope the Lord let me see it too. I'll be looking at him just like this. Know what I'm saying now? Because I understand now. You understand when Mama was trying to tell me when I was younger. You know, do this and do that. Because Mama wasn't telling me nothing wrong. She was telling me right. And had I done it, I'd probably be a better person. But you know, Mama didn't play when we was growing up. Mama didn't play, so. Wasn't no law coming knocking at your door talking about you got to come out and stuff because you whooped your son or your daughter. Wasn't none of that. Police be like, yeah, get him again. Be sitting there waiting. Oh, you better not move, boy. Then the neighbor, you down the street at the neighbor's house doing something wrong, the neighbor will get you. Then bring you home to mom and daddy gonna get you. Read that verse 4 again.
Charity suffereth long, and is kind.
Go ahead.
Charity envieth not. Charity vultureth not itself.
Go ahead.
It is not puffed up.
It is not puffed up. Because a lot of our people get this understanding, right? They forget about the love part and they get puffed up. They forget about respecting people and then they get puffed up. Let's go, skip down to verse 13. Skip to verse 13. Go ahead and read it.
And now abideth faith, hope, charity. These three.
Go ahead.
But the greatest of these is charity.
But the greatest of these is charity, love, honor, respect. You understand?
Amen.
You out on the street preaching, you're supposed to respect people, not disrespect them. Why would I get into your, for lack of a better word, religion, and the way you acting? You acting like a maniac on the street, and I'm going to get in your religion? I'm turning going the other way. Let's go now. Let's go now. If you talk like you got some sense, maybe I might not join you, but I'll at least listen to you. Let's go to 1 Peter 4:8. Let's go to 1 Peter 4 and 8. 1 Peter 4 and 8. And that's one of the things that I wish the Lord would take away from me. And that's having malice in teaching. You understand? I don't want to be up angry at everybody and all that stuff with teaching somebody and I'm angry at everybody. That's not a way to teach. When you go to school, your teacher might be having a bad day, but she's going to still be nice enough to teach you. Most of them. First Peter 4 and 8. 1 Peter 4 and 8. Go ahead.
And above all things, have fervent charity among yourselves. For charity shall cover a multitude of sins.
See, there's a benefit in having charity. There's a benefit in having charity and love. He said, and above all things, have fervent charity among yourselves. For charity shall cover a multitude of sins. Just by loving people and respecting people, that's going to cover a multitude of sins.
Amen.
You don't know what the Lord, how many blessings the Lord will give you by you being nice and helping the poor and respecting your fellow man. You don't know what blessings the Lord going to give you. Let's go to Psalm 138. We got two more. Psalm 138, and we're going to read one verse, verse 6. Psalm 138 and verse 6. Everybody got it?
Amen.
Go ahead and read it.
Though the Lord be high, yet hath he respect unto the lowly.
Stop right there. You see that? Though the Lord be high, he still have respect unto the lowly. Who are the lowly? That is men and women. That is us. The lowly. The humble. He still have respect unto him. And we talking about God. Now, who am I that I don't respect people? You understand? People got to earn my respect and all. Who am I? If God give respect to the lowly, I should too.
Amen.
I should give respect to my fellow man. Read that one more time.
Though the Lord be high, yet hath he respect unto the lowly. But the proud he knoweth afar off.
The proud he knoweth afar off. Let's go now. Let's go to Proverbs 24. We got one more. Proverbs 24, and we're going to pick it up at verse 23. Proverbs 24 and 23. Go ahead and read.
These things also belong to the wise. It is not good to have respect of person in judgment.
See, these things belong to the wise. If you wise, if you unwise, then you're gonna disrespect men and be ignorant and stuff towards men. You understand? And act foolish towards people for no reason. These things also belong to the wise. It is not good to have respect of persons in judgment. I'm gonna judge you just by looking at you. I don't like you. Not you, brother. Right. I'm going to look at you and I don't like you. You understand? That's not good. Let's go now. Let's go to Colossians, the 3rd chapter. This is going to be last. Colossians 3. Colossians 3 and 20. Because you never know. That person that you stand there talking about, you don't like, the Lord let you fall and have a heart attack. It might be that person that he had to use to save your life. To bring you back. Some people be like, no, he just said he don't like me. I ain't giving him mouth to mouth. But had you treated that person with some respect, he might think about it. Well, let me help try to save him. That's why you don't treat people wrong, just especially for no reason at all. They did nothing to you. Colossians 3 and 20. Colossians 3 and 20. Go ahead and read that.
Children, obey your parents in all things.
In what?
In all things.
In all things. Your parents not trying to tell you nothing wrong. You understand? They're not trying to lead you down the wrong way. They want you to do better than they have done. And they want you to get out their house. You grown folks. Especially, I'm talking about the disrespectful ones. I'm not talking about, the respectful, you got your older adult child staying with you. And you understand? He is respectful and everything. Follow your rules. Read that one more time.
Children, obey your parents in all things,
Uh-huh.
for this is well pleasing unto the Lord.
This is well pleasing unto the Lord. Go ahead and read.
Fathers, provoke not your children to anger,
Uh-huh.
lest they be discouraged.
See, that's why you don't want to provoke them to anger, because they will be discouraged. And you don't want to discourage your child. You want to encourage them. Encourage them to get out my house. Go ahead and read.
Servants, obey in all your things your master according to the flesh,
Uh-huh.
not with eye service as men pleasers,
Uh-huh.
but as singleness of heart,
Go ahead.
fearing God.
Uh-huh.
And whatsoever ye do, do it heartedly.
Uh-huh. Do whatsoever you do. You do it heartily. You do it all your might. Uh-huh.
As to the Lord, and not unto men.
See, you doing this unto the Lord. You're not doing this unto me. I mean, man, you work hard over there. Boy, I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't do that. You just go ahead and do what you got to do, and then go ahead on home, because you're doing this unto the Lord. Sometimes you got to go that extra mile on your job. And you know what? That's who the boss watching. That's who the boss watching, the one that does, the extra mile. Then you've been there long, but this guy been there a shorter time than you, and he get the position that you wanted. Why? Because he put in the extra mile.
Amen.
Go ahead and read.
Knowing that of the Lord ye shall receive the reward of the inheritance.
Uh-huh.
For ye serve the Lord Christ.
Go ahead.
But he that doeth wrong shall receive for the wrong which he hath done.
See, if you do wrong, you ain't got to worry about it. You're going to see wrong for the wrong that you have done. Finish that.
And there is no respect of person.
And there is no respecter of persons. Thank you. I didn't get too many claps on that one. Now we're at a reading of the announcements.
Grace and peace to our brothers and sisters here at the Israel's Church of the Living God. If this is your first visit, we hope you will come back and worship with us again next Sabbath. There is no eating or drinking in the sanctuary, with the exception for water. Brothers and sisters, please adhere to the dress code of the Israel's Church of the Living God. Brothers, please remove any head covering upon entering the building. Do not wear sleeveless shirts, fleece jogging pants, shorts, tight-fitting pants, or any other revealing attire. Sisters, you must have a head covering. This is required. Hats, scarves, etc. Do not wear pants, shorts, skirts, midriff or see-through blouses, mini dresses, mini skirts, halter tops of any kind, revealing splits, tight-fitting or cleavage revealing attire, modest apparel only. We have Bibles and scarves available. If you use a Bible or a scarf that belongs to Israel's Church of the Living God, please return it prior to leaving. If you live in the Lake County, Illinois area, please watch our television program, The Word for Life, every Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. on Comcast Channel 17. You can visit our Facebook page at Israel's Church of the Living God to post questions or comments. All questions will be answered according to the Bible. Click the Facebook like button to see our daily posts in the news feed. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel at ICOTLG 567. In an effort to expand the church ministry, we have started a building fund. You can make secure payments online using our PayPal account at israelschurch.org. Or you can send your donations to attention of ICOTLG at P.O. Box 8933, Waukegan, Illinois 60079. Thank you for your past contributions and hope for your continued support. Free will donations are welcome and appreciated. Finally, brothers and sisters, please continue to pray for one another. These are today's announcements.
Okay, we'd like to acknowledge the people that's joining us out of town. Brother Rodrigo Hicks from Tallulah Louisiana, Brother Christopher from Sonora, California, Janet Cruz from Harnett, California, and Sister Helena in Kansas City, Missouri, Brother Hezekiah in Garden City, Georgia, and Brother Mark Rayful from Australia. Thank y'all for joining us. If you'd like to contact us here at Israel's Church of Living God, you can just call at 847-636-4792. That's 847-636-4792. We also would like for you to follow us on our website. That's israelschurch.org. israelschurch.org, where you can go and follow us on Facebook. You can also look at some of our previously recorded videos on YouTube. And for those that are liking our YouTube channel, we would like for you to subscribe and like our channel. If you would like prayer and spiritual counseling, you can see myself or Brother Caleb, or you can give us a call at that number, 847-636-4792 or 847-246-4421. That's for prayer and spiritual counseling. If you would like to be baptized, you can see myself or Brother Caleb, or give us a call at one of those numbers. Okay, and we would like to everybody to pray for the sick and shut in today. And we also would like to send out special prayers for our brother Wayne Curtis and Mr. Dennis, who's the maintenance man in the building. He hasn't been feeling well these days, and I understand he's in a hospital. So we would like to send out a special prayer for Mr. Dennis. Okay? All right. So if that's it, we're going to stand and face Jerusalem.
Our Father, which art in heaven,
Our Father which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come,
Thy kingdom come,
thy will be done,
thy will be done,
in earth
in earth
as it is in heaven.
as it is in heaven.
Give us our daily bread,
Give us our
Daily bread.
as we forgive our debts,
as we forgive our debts,
and as we forgive our debtors.
as we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not into temptation,
And lead us not into
but
temptation,
deliver us from evil.
but deliver us from evil.
For thine is the kingdom,
Thine is the kingdom,
and the power,
and the power,
and the glory,
and the glory,
forever and ever.
forever and ever.
In Jesus' holy mighty name we pray.
In Jesus' holy mighty name we pray.
Amen.
Amen. Praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord God of Israel.
Praise the Lord God of Israel.
In Jesus' name.
In Jesus' name,
Amen.
amen.